this? That is huge.
Yeah, the ripple.
Ripple on the back.
Yeah.
We have a great blue heron coming up
Oh,
on
where is it? Whoa.
Whoa, look at that.
A
Hello.
total of 6 different species of herons that you can potentially see out here.
Hello, we are Tavon and David from TD Adventures. We are in South Carolina, not far from the Charleston area. Today, we are taking you to visit Magnolia Plantation and Garden. Foliage color is peaking in South Carolina in December. Pretty road and trees as we are making our way to the Magnolia Plantation. We have arrived. What the drive into the plantation looks like. Making our way to the parking lot. Made it to the parking lot. Making our way to the ticket booth. This is the map of the Magnolia Plantation. A greeting from the Magnolia staff.
Hi, this is Charlene and Magnolia. We'd love to have you come out and join us here for all our wonderful nature and animals. Please feel free to come on out every time, every day. We're here 365 days out of the year. Thanks.
The main entrance fee comes with access to the historic gardens, the Slavery to Freedom tour, the house exterior and gift shop, the Peacock Cafe, the zoo and nature center, the children's garden, the horticultural maze, the wildlife observation tower, and the conservatory. You can purchase add-on tours such as the Nature Train, Magnolia House Interior, the Rice Pond Boat, and the Audubon Swamp. The only add-on tour we did was the Rice Boat Tour. We are glad we did because we saw a lot of alligators. Before going on the boat tour, we're going to check out the zoo and the nature center first.
I think I saw you the last time we were here.
Do you remember Jean?
Yeah, do you remember me? No?
No,
hanging
short
your
memory, huh? Gee,
Look
short
at that
memory. Oh, look.
Good boy. Yeah.
This is pretty bird. It keeps turning. Well, hello. Yeah, you handsome. Goodbye. What are you eating? We'll see you next time, okay?
We are on our way to the Rice Boat Tour. We are walking past the Magnolia House. Over there is a pretty white bridge and trees. Walking past the left side of the house, a quick peek into one of the rooms downstairs. The rear stairs. Wow, big tree. View of the back of the house. More big trees. Getting closer to the water. Nice walking path by the water. We are getting closer to the boat.
Is that where we are?
Oh no, Tavon is distracted by colorful flowers. She is on her way. As it turned out, we were the only group on the boat.
All right, well, good afternoon. Welcome to Magnolia. If no one's had the chance yet to officially welcome you, and I know it's kind of late in the day. I know I can welcome you to the boat, though, so welcome. My name's John, and we'll be together for the next three and a half hours or so. And it's like 45 minutes. That's my way to test and see if I need to be concerned with anybody before we're hitting the water here. So glad to see y'all are running full speed. Yeah. And we're now plenty clear of the dock and the pylons, that if y'all do want to get up and move around the boat, you're more than welcome to do so. You have the boat to yourself, and there's plenty of room for activities.
We own the place.
That's right.
But what our plan is today, we're going to go for a cruise through this former rice field. That's where we are right now. According to a lot of the old maps of this property that we have, this was one of the oldest, and this was the largest rice field out here, over 100 acres. And the plan today, we're going to circumnavigate this entire field. We're going around the whole thing. So by the time we're back at the dock today, y'all will have a pretty good handle on the size of this field. Now there's no more rice out here. You won't find a single rice plant in this field today. Most of what you're seeing now are cattails, but everywhere that you see water or cattails at one point was all rice, since given back to nature as a wildlife refuge.
Gene, alligator! Oh my God! Oh my God, Gene!
Those will be our first alligators over there, sure enough.
Oh, look at that, Gene!
We've got one coming up on the left too. It's a lot closer.
Oh, really?
Well, what? Where's more? Where's left? David, you take care of the left. I'll take care of the right. Oh, there's a lot of them.
Oh my gosh.
What? Let me see.
He's
Oh,
so still.
Yeah.
And while we're out here too, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to stop me and ask away. Don't be shy. Highly encourage any questions y'all might have. Anything about Charleston or Magnolia, rice production, the wildlife, the meaning of life, ask away.
What's the history of this plantation?
So, Magnolia was founded in 1676 by the Drayton family. The Draytons were originally Englishmen that went to Barbados to cash in on the sugarcane crop. Sugar was, big business. Sugar, rum, molasses. The problem with that is that way too many Englishmen had this same concept. Go to Barbados and get rich growing sugar. So they left, and because it was overpopulated, and they essentially depleted the soil of its ability to grow anything, and they came to the Carolinas. So Charleston is considered a settlement of a settlement. When the Drayton family first got here, 1676, they knew they had to grow something. But this was a brand new world. They weren't really sure what to grow, how to grow it, when to grow it, where to grow it. They're flying blind. So trial and error at that point. There was initially a lot more error involved here. They tried a whole slew of crops: tea, olives, lemons, oranges, ginger, cotton, tobacco, sugarcane. None of it really worked out. So eventually they just settled on free-range cattle. Because, at the end of the day, it can be pretty difficult to mess up free-range cattle. But without refrigeration, you're not going to get rich. All the money's in Europe. You can't ship this beef to Europe. But then finally, rice is found. But the extreme southern coast of the Carolinas, the swamps and the wetlands here, it's hot most of the time here. It's humid, and we get a lot of rain pretty consistently throughout the year. All of those things are just absolutely perfect for growing rice. And rice was big business here. Not only was this the main crop at Magnolia, throughout this entire region, rice was king. Which is odd because, I feel like we can all agree that when you think plantation, it's not rice that comes to mind. And when we were in school learning about the plantation south and cash crops, I don't remember rice being brought up at all. It was all those major cash crops: cotton, indigo, tobacco. But this was a very special kind of rice that was grown here. Not your everyday grocery store variety. This is certainly not the boiling bag rice you're going to find at my house. They called it Carolina Gold, and it got this name because, in a matter of speaking, it was worth its weight in gold. Incredibly expensive. And at the time, it's just unlike anything anyone had ever seen or tasted before. Rich, fluffy, and flavorful. It wasn't just popular here, it was a global market all over the world. It was such a big industry, so popular and so lucrative, it would end up making Charleston the richest city in the United States. Big business. But now, it used to be expensive, that rice, and that much has not changed. Still is. For a little 2-pound bag of Carolina Gold rice, $20.
Wow.
That's right. It's got a price tag that stings.
Yeah.
Only a handful of places still grow it today, and those that do, they grow on a novelty scale, really just to preserve the heirloom value of the grain. This is why it's so expensive.
Can you still buy it?
You can for $20 for that 2-pound bag.
Where would you buy it?
I believe there's some in the gift shop,
really?
but I've seen it in some of the local grocery stores. It won't be in the aisle with your regular standard run-of-the-mill rice.
Oh.
It'll be on an end cap or in like a specialty food section.
Interesting. I didn't know you could still buy it.
You'll know it by that price
I
tag.
guess so.
Now, don't be fooled by cheap imitation. This gentleman the other day acted like I ruined his life. He was like, "What do you mean $20 for this little bag of rice?" He said, "I've got a box of Carolina rice in the pantry right now, red and white box. There's Carolina rice on the front, has a water wheel on it.
Yeah.
You flip that over, it's grown in Arkansas."
Oh.
So just be aware of those cheap imitations. You will know it by the price tag. It's a
Yes.
yellow canvas bag.
A yellow canvas bag.
Yellow canvas bag.
For it.
If you want to try it and you don't want to shell out $20 for that bag of rice, go out to eat downtown. It's usually some of the nicer restaurants, and if there's a dish with rice, they'll usually try to showcase it. You're gonna pay $20+ for whatever plate of food that is, though. Anyway, so we got a gator on the right. That's a good size.
Wow.
Whoa, my goodness.
Oh my
Oh my goodness, that is huge. Oh lordy, that get me in it.
They are mostly nocturnal hunters, so pretty much all they're concerned with at this point is trying to catch
Wow.
salmon.
I gotta take a picture of him.
Yes, we gotta do selfie,
Where's my camera?
sister.
Wow.
David, can you get pictures?
Largest
Can you do
reptile
selfie?
in North America with one of the strongest bites out of everything on the planet. Bite of an alligator is massive. Massive
Yeah.
bite pressure. A massive, about 500 psi. Alligators a little under 3,000 pounds of pressure.
Whoa.
That's on the tip of each of their 80 teeth.
80 teeth?
80 teeth.
Oh wow.
That is the
Good thing
equivalent
they don't
of,
have to go to the dentist.
no, they do not.
Oh,
They exert that pressure, like I said, on that 80 teeth.
wow.
That is the equivalent of
so
someone
cool.
dropping
Thank
a
you.
Honda Civic on top of you.
Yeah.
When they close them out, there's not a whole lot that's going to be able to get it
They
open.
usually try
Wow.
to escape you though, huh? Unless you corner them.
They don't see people as food. They
Yeah.
don't want anything to do with us.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone's been hurt, harmed, or killed by an alligator, it's a case of mistaken identity, just like with a shark. Or it's someone doing something they should not have been doing
Right.
with an alligator, making bad choices. More often than not, it's that one.
Oh, there's another one, Gina there.
Oh yeah,
That's
see his
the tail.
tail.
Little
You
tail.
can see the face. Yeah.
We got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them out here. All wild animals. We don't control them. We don't contain them. They're free to come and go as they please.
Nice. Great.
That was so cool. Thank you so much.
Oh, no worries.
We
There's a couple.
she loves alligator.
Yeah, I like
We don't know why. Something is wrong with her, but
Now, what did you say all this was? It
These are
was rice,
cattails.
but what are they?
Cattails.
Cattails.
cattail.
Oh no, they fascinate me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're not naturally aggressive like crocodiles are.
Crocodiles are really.
They're pretty lethargic in general, but, you know, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hello.
a total of 6 different species of herons that you can potentially see out here. This is the largest or greatest of those 6, just like the name says, the great blue heron.
Nice. Look at that. Whoa.
Fell in.
Come on, catch a fish for me. Come on. Show me what you can do. Right? Come on. This is the way. This is time to do it. I got a camera. It's like, yeah. Look at that. Look, it's so
Look at the
cute.
beak on 'em. Sharp.
Mhm.
Wow.
So
Gorgeous.
cool.
Gorgeous.
Mhm.
Alligator?
Right, alligator.
Yes, the American alligator, Alligator Mississippian.
crocodiles.
We don't have crocodiles.
We're a little bit too far north for the crocodile. You're only going to find the American alligator here.
How they look different?
They do. Crocodiles they get a lot bigger.
Yeah.
They have a lot stronger of a bite force. The nose of the crocodile is a little bit more angular, pointed, whereas the alligator is rounded. Temperament, size, habitat, and diet are a lot of the main differences. The main difference though between an alligator and a crocodile is spelling. I know, painfully cheesy.
Can you explain this thing, this algae? What is this thing?
So the green stuff on the water that you see is called duckweed. About 9 different types of plants, or 9 different plants that are all collectively known as duckweed. This is Lemna minor. Think miniature lily pad. It's all these little tiny dots called thallus frond. Each one has its own little independent root stem about the size of a hair.
Wow.
It's got a lot of nutrients in it. It's one of the major sources of food for our ducks and our waterfowl out here. And that's where it gets the name, duckweed.
So it's not algae.
No. And
Ah.
it does have its uses, you know. It's a great source of food for our ducks and waterfowl, number one. It can also act as a bioremediator, can work as a filter, kind of help clean up the water a little bit. Like anything, too much of it is not good. Too much duckweed will deplete the oxygen levels in this field. If it just covers the water completely, any plants underneath it can't get the sunlight, can't photosynthesize. It also loves to clog up my engine. So like anything, it's good in moderation. We have a great blue heron coming up
Oh,
on
where is it? Whoa. 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 Look at that.
Beautiful.
That's so cool.
Oh wow.
Look at that.
Amazing. Beautiful.
here that the snakes are a little bit susceptible to predators. It's the danger zone. But I mean, I've been at Magnolia about 5 years, and I've not gone an entire week of work without seeing a snake. We see them all the time. We have 38 species of them.
Wow.
So we got an alligator in the water coming up on our right in the channel, but there's also one
Wow.
that's laid out on land coming up on the right in this little
Right.
mud flat,
Right
little
here.
cattail cul-de-sac.
Wow. Look at this.
Yeah, we got it swimming right there. Look
You
at
got
the
that one?
size
Get
of
the one
it.
that's swimming, David.
They're all sleeping.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Wow.
Ah, look at that.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
Sure is.
Gene, look at you. You don't even have to be in Florida to see your alligator.
No, this is fantastic.
Look here. I'll do a picture of you with that. Stand right
The
here.
alligator?
Yeah,
He's
stand right
sleeping.
there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Look at me. Look at my way.
Nope.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. You in it, yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Amazing.
Okay, Jean. Smile, Jean, look. We're selfie.
Oh,
with the
another
alligator.
They are.
That was
amazing.
so cool. Thank you.
Wow.
And then where's the other one across? So it's right here. Jean, right here.
He's right in the middle now.
Yeah, this one is gonna, it's gonna lead the way. It's gonna tow us.
Yeah. Right on the back of him. He's not too big though, is he? This one? Can't see how big he is. Where are you going?
Jean, look at the water. How the water go,
Yeah, the ripples.
ripple on the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Interesting, huh?
Wow.
Now some of them
Boy, they are
they
smooth.
vibrate the water as they're calling. Whoa!
What happened?
Where did it go? Where did it go? Can you see?
No. He probably got scared.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. Thank you so much.
Of the mechanism that was used to control the water in this field when rice was being grown. It's called a rice gate or a rice trunk. Now how this works, you take a cypress log and you hollow it out. That hollowed out cypress log or trunk, if you will, is going to act as your makeshift pipe. You then bury that in the berm horizontally so that one end sticks out on the river, the other end is here on the field. What you're seeing there are the plugs. The locks are the gates, placed on either side of that hollowed out cypress trunk to control the water. Determine when it's coming in or going out and how much is going to be displaced from side to side.
Now on the other side of the gate, what is that? Is that a river?
That is the Ashley River. On the other side there, that was the source of water to flood and drain this field and still is today.
And what's the name of that river?
Ashley, the Ashley
yeah.
River.
I see. Yeah.
What's the depth of the water here?
We are currently about 8 feet. We
Okay.
had to dredge a channel in this field so that we're able to take a boat because most of this field and right off to our sides, 2.5 to 3 feet of water. That would have been about the maximum depth of this field when rice is being grown. And that is right before the harvest in September.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now these rice gates, even though they're replicas, the two that we have here today, they're both still functional. It's still how we're moving water in and out of the field today. But for a field this size, there would have been 30 or 40 of those buried along this berm. Move as much water as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that'll carry water from side to side. That's your vessel. But it doesn't really explain what's making the water move, what's giving it momentum, force. Because there's no water pump attached to it, there's no electricity.
Right.
It's kind of the equivalent of showing somebody a car and not talking about the engine, what makes it go. The answer to that are tides. We're incredibly tidal here. Can be upwards of a 6 to 8 foot difference between high and low tide out
Really?
there. That is substantial, 6 to 8 feet. And with 2 highs and 2 lows a day, when that water's moving from high to low and low to high, it is moving. It's whipping. And it's really some of that natural push and pull of the tides used to get the water in and out, and it's still what we're using today. Quite a feat of engineering.
Is this fresh water or salt water?
Little column A, little column B. The Ashley River is very brackish, mix of salt and fresh. We try to maintain this field today with fresh water as much as we can.
And how
it's
do you do that?
inevitable. A little bit of salt from the river is going to make its way in here. So whereas the Ashley River out there is incredibly brackish, you could say that this is very much so the fresher side of brackish.
Okay. Wow. That does. That's right. Full speed. We're ready. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. Oh, no, we did not. Are there fish?
Tons of fish here. Out the river, you get a lot of spot-tails, the redfish, there's black drum, speckled sea trout, sheephead, flounder. All the really good eating fish are right out the river there. Blue crab, stone crab, oysters, shrimp. We're kind of spoiled with the seafood here. It's all out the river.
Off they go. Are disturbing their peace.
Here, something that you're interested in particular, feel free to ask away.
Are these edible?
The cattails?
Yes.
They are, actually.
They are?
They are edible. There's tons of uses for cattails. It's mostly the roots that are edible. They're just not good at all.
They don't taste good?
No.
You
Please
try.
please don't eat a cattail today. You will be very unhappy with that decision. Native Americans ate them and early settlers ate them. Today you can reserve your consumption of the cattail almost completely for, say, like a survival situation. And there's hoping that you'll never find yourself in a survival situation, but if you're ever stuck in a swamp, go for cattails. And like I said, it's mostly the roots. There's a part of the root system called the rhizome. Looks like a little hook or a horn. You can just eat it raw. It's not good, though.
Will it taste bitter?
Yeah, it's pretty bitter. Well, you know, if you do, I did a little experiment.
What
a
is
while
that
back.
patch for? What kind of animals stay there? Alligator?
Alligator. That's from an alligator.
Oh, okay.
They go house.
I did a little experiment a while back with the roots, though. If you cut them up, you know, some salt, pepper, maybe some garlic, butter, and some shallots, give it a little saute. It'll make your tongue slap your brains out. The roots are also, it's a natural antimicrobial.
Oh.
Native Americans would grind it up, cook it down into a poultice, cover it on cuts and burns. It has medicinal properties. And you know, the quintessential part of the cattail is what's up top, almost looks like a corn dog. You'll see white fluff popping out of that brown cylinder. Those are the female seeds. It almost looks like cotton coming out. Native Americans would use that to pack wounds. They'd grind that into a powder consistency, use it the same way that we use baby powder today. It's also amazing fire starter. We get a lot of rain here, and you know, it could be raining out here for days. And if you find one of those that's intact and break it open, all the white fluff, those seeds will be dry and protected. Native Americans also used to use cattails to make duck decoys.
Oh, hello.
My great grandma used to take the part up top, you know, and soak it in kerosene. Yep, those parts right there. Soak it in kerosene. If you light the tip on fire, it'll burn and smolder. Imagine a huge stick of incense. Put a few on the back porch or out in the yard. It'll help to keep the bugs away. It's like a tiki torch. That's smoldering. Now, my favorite, we got a gator on our right here.
Where?
Right here.
Whoa!
Oh, don't. I'm sorry.
We're sorry we scared you.
Oh.
We're so sorry.
Now, my favorite use of cattails, what I used to do with them when I was a little guy, if you take two and tie them together at the base, you know, so you have two corn dogs on a string, essentially, I'd torture my little brother with them. Swamp nunchucks, yes sir, you got it. Hours of entertainment, hours.
So you're from this area?
I am. And when that's no longer good enough, set them on fire, then turn them into nunchucks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I actually grew up between James Island and Somerville.
Oh really? Wow.
Tell me about those sounds that from the birds are making.
Those are the moor hens making all that noise, the swamp chickens.
The swamp chicken.
Little black birds, they have that reddish orange beak on them that comes up onto the forehead.
And what do they feed off?
They are actually eating the duckweed out here.
Oh,
All the
really?
green on the water, they're munching on all that.
Well, they gotta get busy because it's a lot bigger near
They got
the.
some work to do, yeah.
Yes. Whoa! Look at that. This is how it makes the bed, right?
Yeah, all that
It push.
matted down cattails.
Yeah.
That's the culprit right there.
Right there.
They'll move back in there where they can still catch sun, but they can use the cattails as a bit of a windbreak.
I see.
So they don't mind the sun then, huh?
Oh, they need the sun. They're looking for sun right now to try to get warm.
Wow.
They're cold-blooded ectothermic creatures, so they don't have the ability to necessarily regulate their own body temperatures. They rely almost completely on outside sources, stuff like water and sun, to do it for them.
Wow.
So the temperature outside and how much sun they're getting is going to determine their heart rate.
Really?
How fast or
How
slow?
about when it gets cold down here?
Well, when it gets real cold, they go into a hibernative state, like a bear. But for alligators and other cold-blooded creatures, they call it brumation. They'll find a deep, dark hole in the water or a den that they've dug out, cut non-essential body functions that are not absolutely crucial for survival. So all they maintain really is circulation and breathing. But because that heart rate is so low, they don't need a lot of oxygen. So they can be under the water for 20 plus hours in that ruminative state. They don't eat during the winter months.
I was just going to ask.
They're too cold to break down their food.
Really?
During that time, they're ruminating. If they really need some sort of sustenance, they work off fat stores in their tail.
Really?
You know? Something I've always been incredibly jealous of. This whole concept, sleep all winter, wake up skinny.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Y'all have to roommate in a heartbeat. That sounds groovy.
Wow. Very
They're
interesting.
amazing creatures.
Yeah, they are.
My
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Look at Tito's
Oh
tail.
my goodness. Okay, Jean, look at
Got
my
his
way.
eyes open.
Jean, look at my way so you
Oh.
can be in it too. Yeah, is that you in there? Look at
Look
that.
at his eyes. Normally his eyes are shut, aren't they, when they sleep?
Well, you know, he's cued in on our presence right here.
Oh.
40-foot pontoon boat with a 50 horsepower Yamaha on the back will definitely wake him up.
Wow, look at the eyes.
Look at the tail, how it curls.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Hello there.
That tail, they're more than 1/3 tail. Most of the meat, the body, and the muscles in that tail.
Really? We
If
come
you've ever eaten alligator, it's the tail.
I've never eaten alligator.
we come in peace.
Yeah.
We come in peace, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
He doesn't even
Come in peace with the alligator, but you'll leave in pieces.
Ah, that's a good
No.
one. Good joke. Good joke. Yeah.
Here's one of the.
What? Oh, right there.
Last time I came through, there were 3 all in a little line coming up here on the right. Like I said, all animals, so no telling. But you got 3, yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I see. Are there 3? I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
1,
there
2,
are
3.
I
Yeah.
should have had
These are
checked.
smaller.
Yeah, those are smaller. Yeah,
Wow, so cool.
they are. Wow. I never saw so many alligators in my lifetime.
Jean, good thing we came here today.
Yes. Very happy we came here today.
Yeah, it's a good day.
It's a gorgeous day.
It's a good day. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, we'll take the 3 to 4 hours you mentioned.
You know, if I had my way, it probably would be, just because there's so much history and so much wildlife here. It would
Yeah.
easily do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so cool right there.